Cardio is the fucking shit, dude. And I'm gonna explain multiple reasons why this is the case. I started re-implementing cardio within the last 3 to 6 months, and it has been a game changer on so many levels that I can't just go any longer without sharing this with you guys. Right now, I'm just gonna be breaking into my personal experience about why I'm freaking obsessed with cardio. So, reason number 1, since I've been incorporating cardio after my lifting sessions and even on my rest days sometimes, my energy levels throughout the rest of the day on the days that I do cardio is next level. I've not experienced this amount of energy almost in my life. Like, I'm 21 years old, I should be at the peak of my energy, like for how healthy I am and how, enlivened and full of energy I should feel, but not doing cardio and then compared to doing cardio almost every day, dude, the energy levels that you experience is out of this freaking world. And this is just something that you're really gonna have to experience for yourself. Now, this is my experience, but I've looked online, I've read some of the Reddit forums, I've watched some YouTube videos, and everybody kind of experiences this thing as well. There's a reason why people literally get addicted to running. And there's many reasons for this. It just makes me feel so energized throughout my day compared to when I wasn't doing cardio. Second reason is my recovery from the gym. So besides the cardio sessions, for the past, I don't know how many years, since I was like 12, 13 years old, I've been lifting weights pretty consistently, at least 2 to 5 times a week. It really fluctuates on how I'm feeling week to week, month to month, but anywhere from 2 to 5 days a week. And dude, I love weightlifting. Unless I just like my arm freaking gets cut off or I break my fucking back and get paralyzed, I'm always gonna be weightlifting for the rest of my freaking life. It's something I'm so passionate about and I find so much excitement and enjoy it. But before doing cardio, it would take me at least a full day, if not 2 days, to fully recover from my weightlifting sessions. Whether it was kind of a lighter session or a really super heavy, fatiguing session with tons of weight, tons of stress, tons of volume, no matter what it was, it would take me at least 1 to 2 days to recover. Since I've been doing cardio at the end of my sessions, I can work out every day if I want to. Now I don't, I typically take a full rest day in between to make sure I'm really, really extra recovered. But after that full day of rest, I'm ready to smash that fucking weight 48 hours later. I've cycled this on and on. Well, I'll stop doing cardio for a little bit and my recovery goes to shit. Now, a lot of the gym bros will tell you cardio is gonna kill your gains, and there might be something to that. Maybe they've read a study that I have not, but just from my personal experience, when I'm not doing cardio, my recovery is much, much worse. So if you're progressively lifting weights and progressively adding more repetitions, adding more weight, adding more volume to your workouts week by week, your muscles are gonna have to grow if you're using good form, of course, and you're eating enough protein, yada, yada, yada. But if you're taking 2 to 3 or 4 days to recover from each workout, and you can condense that to recovering from that workout twice as fast or 3 times as fast, you're going to make gains that much faster. And that's why steroids are so freaking popular, because all the steroids allow you to do is to recover twice as fast or 3 times as fast. You can work out twice a day when you're taking, gear. So I've just noticed that when I'm doing cardio at the end of my sessions, just 10, 20, 30 minutes of medium to higher intensity cardio, and then even on my off days, my recovery is through the fucking roof. Second thing, my weightlifting performance, not just recovering from the session, but in the session itself, I've noticed that not only is the recovery better from each session, but my endurance throughout the workout is much, much better as well. Like, I can go longer, I can add in more volume without it being super fatiguing. Typically, I was doing 3 to 4 exercises per session, very low volume to most people's standards. But for me, I was finding when I started incorporating more cardio, I could do 3 exercises, 4 exercises, 5 exercises, 6 exercises, and it wasn't fatiguing me the same way that it used to. I could add in more sets, I could add in more repetitions, and I was progressing faster. My performance in weightlifting was improved just by incorporating the cardio. So you'd think that by doing more volume in the cardio, that it's gonna take away from the weightlifting side, but in my personal experience, it actually gave me more momentum in the weightlifting category. Now, there is a point of diminishing returns. I'm not saying you need to go like run for 3 hours a day and then automatically you're gonna be able to lift for like 3 sessions a day as well. You don't need to turn your life into the fucking gym. But if you're typically weightlifting for an hour and a half, 2 to 3 times a week, if you incorporate 15 to 30 minutes of cardio at the end of each session, you'll start to notice that you can do a little bit more volume in the weightlifting, and then you can kind of find your balance. But that is another super freaking awesome benefit that I found that comes from incorporating cardio into my own life. So I encourage you to do the same. Fourth thing is the amount of presence I have felt in my life, in my mind, is out of this fucking world, dude. Now, don't get me wrong. You can do breath work and meditation and read the correct books and engage with the correct spiritual practices on a daily basis and skip the cardio, and you can, become very, very present in this moment and gain a almost superhuman level of mental clarity. When you do cardio in the morning and then the rest of your day, you're just like, you feel so sharp, you feel so focused in a calm, relaxed way. It kind of feeds into the energy side of it, where I said your energy is brought to the next level, but it's not like a jittery energy where you're like, caffeine, Red Bull. You're like energized, but in a super like focused way. You really have to experience this benefit for yourself, because there's really no way I can kind of like sum this up in words. It's a feeling. It's just your brain is operating on another fucking level. It's very calm and focused. Like for example, if you've had caffeine before and you've mixed it with the amino acid L-theanine, it's like you feel energized, but you also feel relaxed and focused. And there's actually some studies that have looked at why this happens. And from what I understand, it's because actually through doing cardio, you actually release a lot of BDNF, which BDNF, it's an acronym for brain-derived nootropic factor, from what I understand. And this basically enhances neuroplasticity, so it actually grows new brain cells. Now, kids have a lot of this BDNF in their system, but as you start to get older, we start to produce very, very, very little of it. And this is like literally fertilizer for your brain cells. They cannot grow without this stuff. And besides taking drugs and medication, there's very, very few ways to boost BDNF. You're literally giving your brain the food that it freaking wants. You're giving it the fertilizer. And this might translate to why you might feel that kind of mental clarity and feeling of presence and peace and happiness and joy, just moment to moment. It's just like this joy of being. You're just happy to exist. No wonder people get so fucking addicted to running. No wonder I've gotten so addicted to running, but it's amazing. So I encourage you to incorporate some of this cardio shit into your life as well. Breathing. Yes, breathing. I've always had asthma since I was like 2 years old. I've had asthma almost my entire life. But ever since I've been incorporating cardio, like if you smoke cannabis or you smoke a few cigarettes in a day and you kind of feel that kind of like you can still breathe air, but each breath isn't as satiating as a typical breath would be. It's like the opposite of that. Like every breath is like 3 times as satiating. After a week or two of just doing 10, 20, 30 minutes of cardio in your day at the end of your workouts, whenever you just have a free moment, every single breath that you take for the rest of the day, it feels like the air that you're breathing in is like, it's just pure bliss. I can't really explain it better than that. Like every breath you just breathe and you're just like, oh, it's just so satiating. It's the opposite feeling of being uptight and constricted. And for example, if you have anxiety, you know how your stomach kind of like, and it's like, you have to kind of like hyperventilate because your breath is very like short and contracted. It's the opposite of that. So if you start incorporating cardio, one thing you probably will experience is that like your breathing is just on another fucking level. And this is especially important for people with, weak lungs due to illness or, autoimmune diseases. Maybe you've been smoking for a few years and you're trying to recover from that shit, which don't use cigarettes, dude. Like they're freaking death sticks. I like a good nicotine buzz as much as the freaking next guy. And I'm not saying I'm never going to smoke a cigar. I'm not even saying I'm never going to smoke a cigarette in my life again. But in general, stay away from these things. They suck balls and it's just going to fuck up your lungs. It's going to fuck up your brain. It's going to fuck up the rest of your system. Nicotine's awesome, but smoking is shit. So enough said, don't be an idiot. So these benefits, energy, the extra recovery from my weightlifting, the increase in my weightlifting performance, and then also the increased level of mental clarity and just presence and happiness and joy I get moment to moment, day to day is just on another freaking level. And then the fact that, my breathing is just so much more satiating. These are all crazy benefits that have made it a no-brainer for me as to whether I'm doing cardio or not. It doesn't matter what all these gym bros say, like, oh, it's gonna kill your gains, bro, or like, there's way better ways, it doesn't burn that much fat. That's not what I'm doing cardio for. I'm not doing cardio to lose fat, because you only, in a little, even a long cardio session, you might only burn 300 calories, which you can easily undo with like half a fucking donut. Like, you get one of those big ass jumbo donuts that probably has like 500 calories. You're not even burning that one donut off in an entire run. So I'm not doing cardio to lose fat. I'm not doing cardio for all these reasons that typically people use cardio for. I'm doing it for all these other benefits, just my energy levels, my mental clarity, and that feeling of peace I feel in my body, in my soul, in my spirit. Very few things have affected me as positively as consistently doing cardio. So I just wanted to make this video as an encouragement, as a new perspective about why you should, try incorporating some running, some biking, maybe some swimming, some rowing, whatever you want to do. Throw some cardio in, see what you get out of it. And if you don't get anything out of it and you're like, this is bullshit, then call bullshit. I'm open to hearing your perspective. Put it in the comments. If you fucking hate cardio, put it in the comments, and I'm willing to hear other people's perspectives, because I really do want to learn what works for some people and what doesn't work for others. But I've just found that I love cardio, and nobody's going to change my mind about it working for me. I'm glad you joined me for the video today. If you don't know who I am, my name is Andrew Knight, and I'm very, very passionate about sharing all things pertaining to your fitness, mindset, and motivation. If that sounds like your cup of tea, then hopefully I will see you in the next video. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, throw some comments in the comment section if you do like cardio or if you don't like cardio. Like I said, I'm open to hearing other people's perspectives on these things as well. I will see you in the next video. Peace.